Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Daryl Guberman, CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm here in Connecticut. We've been open now going on 13 years, background aerospace, medical implants, medical materials, printing, and plastic distribution, where we deal with every industry under the sun. Today is a very important, informative video. There's going to be 5 minutes of pre-recording information. The first person up is Anthony Fauci. You will hear his little deposition. You're also going to hear Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. This is about Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, etc., and about the vaccine, okay? And you're also going to hear Albert Bourla, the veterinarian and chief operating officer of the Pfizer pharmaceutical. All of these organizations sit on ANSI's board. You have NIH with Fauci. You have Pfizer, that Netanyahu talks about, sitting on ANSI. You also have Johnson & Johnson. You also have the factor of NIH, as I said, sitting on ANSI. And it's absolutely deplorable. And then you have the CEO of Pfizer talking about vaccine hesitancy. And here it is. Today, it was just ideological BS, according to Anthony Fauci, NIH quality expert Daryl Guberman explains. I just want to play this for you so that you get the full gambit of this, and here it is.
Was argued by Michael Spector that you believe that institutions should make it hard for people to live their lives so they feel pressured to get vaccinated. Can we run the audio clip on that, please?
Do you think can be done about it? I have to say that I don't see a big solution other than some sort of mandatory vaccination. I know federal officials don't like to use that term.
Once people feel empowered and protected legally, you are going to have schools, universities, and colleges. They're going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit. And they...
Detailed plans, but they are detailed in my mind. We came out of COVID first. I described that in my book, Conversations with Albert Bourla about Pfizer, and I persuaded him to give tiny Israel the necessary vaccines to get us out first from the COVID. And the reason I could do that is because we have a database, 98%, a medical database, 98% of our population has digitized medical records and little cards, and anywhere you go in any hospital in Israel, north, south, doesn't make any difference, boom, punch it in, and you know everything about this patient for the last 20 years. I said, we'll use that to tell you whether these vaccines, what do they do to people, not individual people, not with their individual identities, but statistically, what does it do to people with, meningitis? What does it do to people with high blood pressure? What is it? You want to know that. So Israel became, if you will, the lab for Pfizer, and that's how we did it.
Very important issue of vaccine hesitancy. Even folks who get most of their vaccines normally might be hesitant about these vaccines because they were developed so quickly. What do you tell those folks who might be saying, well, I'm going to wait a few months before I get this
Pfizer.
I'll tell them I wish that the situation was not so critical so that they can have the luxury to think about it. But the situation is as deadly as it could be right now with the amounts of deaths or new cases that we are facing. So they need to think it twice. This is a vaccine that was developed without cutting corners from a company with 171 years of credentials. This is a vaccine that was developed in the spotlight and the daylight with all the data being put in servers. This is a vaccine that has been approved in the US by two separate governmental agencies, CDC and FDA, after listening to two separate independent scientific bodies. One is the FDA and the other is the ACIP from for the CDC. And this is a vaccine that is getting approved by all authorities in the world. So that should say something to them. And I repeat once more, the decision not to vaccinate will not affect only your health or your life. Unfortunately, it will affect the lives of others and likely the lives of the people you love the most, which are the people that usually you are in contact with. So I think trust science.
Well, and a question for you. I heard you have not yet had your shot. When do you plan to get it?
The sooner I can, I will. The only sensitivity here, Meg, is that I don't want to have an example that I'm cutting the line. That I am 59 years old, in good health. I'm not working in the front line. So my type is not recommended to get vaccination now. So that's one consideration. On the other hand, our company ran a lot of polls to see what will take people to believe it. And one of the highest ranking, even higher than if Joe Biden takes it, even higher than if the other presidents take it, it is if the CEO of the company takes it. So with that in mind, I'm trying to find a way that I will get vaccinated despite if it is not my time, just to demonstrate the confidence of the company. But we have made a decision that if we have to do that, we will not do it with our executives. So none of the executives or board members will cut the line. They will take it as their age and the occupation type is a time for them to take.
Ladies and gentlemen, business owners, I'm going to leave it here. As you can see, all of these federal agencies and corporations sit on the American National Standards Institute board getting protection. Do you find it's kind of illogical? You'll also find Boeing and also Lockheed sitting on ANSI's board, right over by the FAA. You have them sitting over the, Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson by the FDA. You'll also find the FBI, CDC, NIH, FTC, DOD, DOJ. Everybody's on board. FBI, who Christopher Wray states that I have to laugh. He states, as the leader of that group, that we must maintain vigilance over China, yet between 2015 and 2021, his organization, because of their membership on ANSI, was sitting on the American National Accreditation Form, which is incorporated in Delaware. It is a repository for national and international accreditation bodies. And the last thing is that ANSI and ANAP are underwriters. So when you have issues, quality issues like Boeing does with their aircraft and who gave up certification to a piece of paper, I'm not going to go into elaborate on this, but you have Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson who skipped quality processes and standards. I showed that to you. You have Albert Bourla, the CEO, had vaccine hesitancy. You have Benjamin Netanyahu, who said that we use the Israeli people for a lab for Pfizer because this vaccine was not tested. My telephone number is 203-556-1493 or Daryl, Daryl, TQRS at yahoo.com. And as David Foster Wallace said, and I quote, "The truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you." And then you have Anthony Fauci, NIH, also sitting on ANSI's board, who lied. Can you trust a vaccine where they're skipping quality processes like at Pfizer, where you have this man here, the CEO, a certified veterinarian? It looks like he's giving himself an injection, doesn't it? I'm going to leave it here. You make your decision and then write it down below. I look forward to hearing from you. The rest of the data, if you're on YouTube or BitChute, you will see the rest of the data down below. Clickable links, they all have information on it. If you're looking at this on TikTok, well, you'll just find the video, but I think you'll find it interesting. I thank you.